Hello, I'm Chad De Los Santos, the creator of Gaming Guru, the site where everyone can learn to game and anyone can teach the world. So today we'll be talking about two different websites that teaches anyone how to game. The first one we'll be talking about is Game Informer. This website, I remember this because when I was younger, I used to read the magazines and I used to like collect them because they just were so informative and they had everything that any kind of gamer could want when trying to learn about how to play different games or any other information that you ever wanted to learn about different systems or anything like that. And the second one we'll be exploring is GameFAQs. This website I used to use a lot before when I was younger because it used to have a lot of cheat codes and a lot of different ways to play video games that I always like to explore. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first website we'll be looking at is Game Informer, and right off the bat, the first thing I noticed was this little switch right here that says the lights are on, and if you click it, it says the lights are off. So I just noticed this is for like the kind of like a night mode or like a day mode, and I just thought that was really interesting because I don't see any other sites that has this kind of little feature. The next thing you notice that it keeps up with all the new trends. So if you just scroll down, you see that the news is updated. You can see the time, so you can tell it's very organized and that people are, putting the effort to put out news, but also, look professional. And also another thing that you can notice is that it's a pretty simple design. There's nothing too flashy or anything like that. No crazy colors or no like images popping out or just trying to beef up anything about the site. And as you can tell, it's really easy to navigate. As you look at all the different tabs, you can see that there's the platforms, the news, like different reviews, previews for upcoming games, if you want to explore anything different on the site, if you want to take part in it personally, if you want to subscribe to the magazines, or just the different hubs. And finally, you can see over here in the top right corner, it's linked to all these different social links. So that's Twitter, there's Facebook, Google Twitch, and YouTube. And I just thought that was really neat because if you ever want to keep up with anything, you can just click over here. And just overall, the site looks just very well done. Okay, so the next website we'll be exploring is GameFAQs, and just like Game Informer, you can see that the website design is pretty simple. There's no flashy colors and no images popping out. The first thing I noticed was the poll of the day, which is pretty interesting because it makes the website a little bit more interactive. And if you click the view results only, you can see that if you just click over here, you can see that a lot of people are answering it. You can see how people feel about certain like the question or anything like that. But yeah, it just makes it very interesting to see other users on this website giving their own opinion on the matter at hand. Okay, going back to the home page, we're just going to scroll down, and as you can see, the website looks very well maintained. And when you get to the bottom here, you can see that there's all these different social links. So you got a Facebook, you got a Twitter, you can even contact them. And you can see right over here, you're allowed to change the colors. So like if you wanted to change it to red, just click red. And look, now the website's all red. So that just makes the site even more interactable and just even customizable to the user. Also, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the search bar. I'll talk more about this when I talk about Game Informer search bar because there's a really neat example I'd like to show. Okay, so now we're going to look at some improvements that each of these websites needs. So first for Game Informer, the first thing I noticed that the design, even though it is simple, it looks a little bit too simple. It looks kind of bland and doesn't look that appealing. Some users just can be turned off just by the fact of just like a blank screen. Next, I noticed that the homepage looks a little bit overcrowded and some information seems to just be repeating itself. I mean, it's just weird because it's basically just information just being repetitive and just taking up space where a homepage could just be nice and compact and just have, just simple information or just, information that other people would want to see right off the bat rather than just a repeating headline over and over again. And next we will be looking at the search bar, which I find a little bit flawed too. Okay, first to show what's wrong with the search bar in Game Informer, I'm just going to do a simple search for one of my favorite games, Fallout. So, Fallout, search. And as you can see, there doesn't seem to be any kind of like search filter or anything like that. And you see that the first couple things that pop up, nothing really seems to be dealing with Fallout or anything like that. just a bunch of different headlines. Now, if you look over at GameFAQs, if I type in Fallout, you can see that there's a bunch of different strategies, maybe cheats or anything like that. It shows like best matches, the good matches, and you can even modify your search to see if you're looking for something specifically. And it looks very organized and simple to follow. So this is one of the improvements that GameFAQs has over Game Informer, showing that it is better at searching for different um, games or strategies. Okay, finally, we'll just be looking at GameFAQs and what they can improve on their website. So much like Game Informer, their design is it's simple, but it's kind of bland, nothing much going for it, just like a blank background. As you can see, just by looking at these different guides, you can see that they're made by users and community members, so there could be some inconsistencies or biases. And just another thing I noticed that if you look at the community, you can see that just about anyone can write in it, and to me that kind of just bothers me because I feel like some people can just write some really like just mean or just like not professional stuff. So that just makes it seem kind of just like not really that great of a website or things that you can look at, because it just seems like people can just be just being mean to each other, just giving wrong information, or just you know just making the gaming community just look down upon even more. That's just personally me. There could be some. I'm not saying that all of these people are bad people, but this just makes it so that it is possible there are bad people in this community board. So maybe if there was a way to maintain these people or watch over them and what they post, maybe that would make the site look little bit more professional. Okay, and that's all for today. So just wanted to say that I mean no disrespect to Game Informer or GameFAQs. If you guys ever have the chance, you should definitely check it out. I'll put the links in the description, and hopefully my site can grow into something similar, and or if anything, maybe hopefully even better. So yeah, just wanted to say have a good day, keep on gaming, and hey, let's get gaming.